Hey everyone, it's me, Noah, and back on the Arc of Truth. So, yesterday, what happened was Ben Shapiro, who is a Jewish conservative lawyer who basically talks a lot in schools about basically um identity politics and other things. It's even some things relating to the Trump presidency for Right now, uh, has actually had hosted an event at Berkeley called "Saying No to Fascist Thuggery," and at and I'm a little bit surprised about how well this event came down because um Berkeley in the past three times uh it's been very intolerant in terms of different right wing opinions. We got Milo Yiannopoulos, we got the Battle of Berkeley, and we finally got the prayer rally that occurred. Or wait, no, not the prayer rally. It's the Say No to Marxism rally, where Antifa, in all those cases, came in and beat up a lot of innocent people who are just expressing their own opinion, and peacefully, by the way. Even a few white nationalists, where they're just being peaceful about being on what they believe. I don't agree with what they say, but as long as they're being peaceful, I have no problem with that. But I admit, I was kind of surprised. I was worried that Antifa may show up, and I think they kind of did. But the problem was the Berkeley administration finally did something good. It it cut all the strings for preventing the police from doing anything. They finally allowed the police to do as much as they want in terms of dealing with Antifa and finally keeping order within the school. It's needed. I was actually expecting that a repeat of what happened with Milo Yiannopoulos. In fact, there were actually calls throughout the campus about basically how Ben Shapiro is a fascist despite being a Jew, and that he's an actual talking point for the Trump-Pence fascist regime, which is, by the way, 100% bullshit. He did, in fact, this is the fact that he's not. Sorry, back in the election, while I did vote for President Donald Trump, he did not vote for either Hillary Clinton or Trump. So then, this motion of him being a spokesperson for the Trump presidency is definitely that alone is the first reason to actually doubt this claim. Second thing, he often makes a lot of criticisms when in terms of the Trump administration. In fact, during the Berkeley talk show, he actually kind of called the Trump administration ineffective. I personally disagree with him on that part, but I can understand why he would make that assumption. But this, but the point is that this further proves that he has not really in collusion with Trump or Pence at all. He's just his own guy who's a conservative, but he's not really a fan of Trump. That's the only thing. In fact, I would say that the reason he's called this white supremacist or fascist is because he's simply a conservative. And this guy's actually a very good, smart guy when it comes to making rebuttals, especially with him being called a white supremacist. For one, he actually wears this Jewish hats. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. I'm not Jewish. For anyone who is Jewish, please post in the comments down below what it is. I don't know. But second, he also announces the definition of fascism, which is basically the use of force of ramming down your own political beliefs into another person's mind through the use of violence. And he's actually saying that's how Antifa is. They claim to be anarcho-communists, which is definitely true, but they also use violence in order to suppress the free speech of others. Hell, he even mentioned a poster where it said that speech. I think it's it, it it did talk about a little of his event, but it also said that his event is wrong and because speech is violent. How is that even violent? It just I yell at people. That's not a good thing, but it's not considered violent. I'm not physically hurting them, but but they consider it violence either way, and yet they continue to use this justification as a way to suppress free speech. In fact, that's kind of part of the reason that I thought that shit would go down in Berkeley like it did the last few times. I I'm kind of surprised by how effective the school was now at trying to maintain order. Finally, someone has some balls. It's been needed before for from the past three, but at least Berkeley's now doing something about it. Better late than never, I guess. But he has actually managed to make several good points, especially in terms of like a few things in terms of gender politics, bashing Antifa, and a few other things. There's so much to cover. In fact, I will put in the link in the description below to show the actual full event in its entirety. That I think Ben would actually be more suitable to actually tell his specific points and to further explain what he means than I can anytime. In fact, I think he's more of a better speaker than I am. He's a pretty cool guy. You should check him out on the Ben Shapiro show, which is part of the Daily Wire here on YouTube. You would definitely enjoy it. I completely 100% suggest this. But yeah, I'm glad that nothing bad actually happened. In fact, it was just a big talking point about basically the subjects are affecting current America today. Some a Q&A, and that's about it. Nope, nothing bad happened. I cannot ask for anything better. That's all I have for you in this video. I am Noah Mian from The Arc of Truth.